listen to Tim Cook, and I understand, and it'll be tough for me to see him from up here, but Tim Cook, there he is. I'm somewhat embarrassed to say that Tim Cook has made the Berkshire a lot more money than I've ever made Berkshire Hathaway. So credit should be given to him for. I knew Steve Jobs briefly, and Steve, of course, did things that nobody else could have done in developing Apple. But Steve picked out Tim to succeed him, and he really made the right decision. Steve died young, as you know, and nobody but Steve could have created Apple, but nobody could. But Tim could have developed it like it has. So on behalf of all of Berkshire, thank you.
Tim Cook made more money for Berkshire than I ever did. This is high praise indeed from Warren Buffett. Why did Steve Jobs and Tim Cook combine so well? And why is Apple in sync with Warren Buffett's investment philosophy? Listen on to find out. Meanwhile, last year in 2024.
You know, Steve was a teacher. He taught me the value of focus, the importance of simplicity, the fact that making things simple is so much harder than making things complex. For those of us that were fortunate enough to work with him, he was the teacher of a lifetime.
Meanwhile, in 2019.
This is a funny story a bit, is back in 2012, I'd been in the CEO spot maybe a year or so. We had a growing amount of cash. I think we had crossed the 100 billion kind of mark, if my memory is correct. And I was getting lots of input from a lot of different people, as you can guess. And when I don't have experience in something, I always make a list of the people that I think are the smartest people that I can contact to talk to them and get advice. And Warren was on the top of the list. As you can imagine, I'd never met Warren before. And so I get his number, I call out to Omaha, and I wasn't sure he'd take the call. You know, I'm sort of calling out of the blue. He doesn't know me from Adam. And but he took the call, and I had a great conversation with him, and that was the first time that I'd met Warren, and he was very clear to me. I still remember he goes, let me just cut through it. If you believe your stock is undervalued, you should buy your stock. And I thought that was just the simplest way of looking at it.
And in 2018.
We do not run the company for people that want to make a quick buck. We run the company for the long term.
Well, one of the shareholders who recently surfaced as having bought 75 million additional shares is Warren Buffett. Yeah. Are you pleased to have him as your shareholder?
I'm overjoyed. I'm thrilled. Because Warren is focused on the long term. And so we're in sync. It's the way we run the company. It's the way he invests. And so I could not be happier.
Well, have you thought about this? Warren still uses an old flip phone.
I know.
He has no smartphone. Have you thought how much more your stock could go up if he actually used the product?
I am working on him.
Okay.
And I've told him that I'll personally come out to Omaha to do tech support for him.